Why, hello there everybody, my name is Darkbolt and today we are here of the Classic Car Mini Championship, which will last a number of 8 weeks till the launch of F1 2019. Car that these drivers will be driving is a McLaren MP4-1B. And obviously no ERS management, and it's a 25% race with short qualifying as we ride on board with Scuba, who by the looks of it has mixed it up a bit, switched ABS off, and there's a car in front of him. Is that? Nope, don't know who that is, but we'll ride on board with Scuba. And there's default setups 2, yellow flag sector 1, who is that, sector 2, probably people getting out of the way, just tell me if I'm lagging, it'll be alright. Small little lock up there, gets away with that one. Graham comes across the line, 47.1, Scuba 47.0, Sergeant Sway 46.8. Wow. So it's very close as the keeper and Wesker pop in 48. Is that Merc? And Synchronizer too, wow. Some very quick drivers here tonight. We've got Synchronizer, Division 3 champion in Season 4. Got Sergeant Sway, Division 1 driver. Merc, the TMC veteran, if you would say that. Oh dear, who's that? Is that Tom Chad? Yes it is. Got Scuba. Very quick Irishman in Division 1, along with Graham 2. You got Tom Chad, who I believe is a Division 4 driver, if I'm not mistaken. Got Joe Corboy, and I think in recent weeks has found a lot of pace, and he's showing that by slapping Wesker about his oh dear. Speaking of Wesker, is he just come to blows with Merc? But then you have Bert, Division... gotta get things right now, Division 4 Season 3 champion, and Division... No, wait, it's Division 3 Season... I don't even know, I'm lost. Ignore me. There you got the keeper, very quick driver. Got Wesker, well, that's Wesker. You got race driver, who is... he's experienced some bad luck around tonight. A Synchronizer again. 46.2. PFC Steve. Come around the line now. What time can he set? Will it jump above Wesker? Of course it will. You've got Afri Frisch, who is the meme lord of TMC. Got It's Wreck, don't know much about him. Also got Foggy, very quick driver, alongside the iconic duo, you must say, of him and Synchronizer. Jetty, have no clue, and you got Extremer, who likes to crash a lot. But yeah, that is the lineup. Scuba, is he on another flyer? Sorry, I haven't got the stuff up. I believe he is not, no. To keep it up there, pops in a 46.4 on that last lap. He's now got the fuel light on, so he'll probably be pitting. What, Joe? Joe's pitting. right on board with Sergeant Sway, who's rocking a nice helmet in the McLaren. Who else on a lap? Dan's gonna pit. Merck's behind. Bird's pitting. Okay, so we'll stay on board with Sway. Because he's like the only actually Extremer, he's furthest up the road. So we'll ride on board with Extremer. Who is also rocking a nice helmet. Oh, yellow sector 1. Who could that be? I'll just check the WhatsApp. I want to know what happened with Wesker and Merck. Okay, so he lost it on the curb and crashed into Wesker. Okay. So Merck lost the car, crashed into Wesker. So angry Wesker. Bit of a go then for a lap on board with. Well, as always, a good start. I think he's basically screwed the lap up. But here we go, into turn 1 and 2. Man, this car with the rev glitch is horrible. What the hell? Through the S's of sector 1. And his rear end's already going. For his tricky left-hander. Easy to understeer into the gravel or oversteer yourself into the barrier, and then Degner 1. Right, have a nice little cut. Degner 2. Good old fan attack advertisement, and there's that. Into the hairpin that's off camber, so it's easier to get traction down for this winding, or this, yeah, basically forever right-hander into spoon curve. Oh, that's going to be an invalidation. Down towards then the famous 130R where we saw Fernando Alonso currently outside of Michael Schumacher as Extremer goes onto the grass. That's something you never want to be. Onto the final chicane. And I've been hearing there's a massive bump here, and Extreme comes into the pits and crashes for good measure. Sway comes across the line to set a 46.2. Very, very close at the front. Top 3. The mid-pack is also very tight, 1,000th between Merck and Dan Morris. Foggy not opting to go out just yet. And is this Jetty came through sector 1? It is. With a tiger print helmet. More yellow flags. The keeper going for another shot at the cherry. Or another bite of the cherry, sorry. He's taking a different line to what Sway did. As Tom Chad, 46.234, 1,000th, covering the top 2. 5,000th, covering the top 3, wow. Tom Chad, absolutely blistering lap there. From the Division 4 driver. Is Joe on a lap? I think he is. heading towards 130R. Will we see any overtakes? I've heard some stuff as the keeper throws all of their laps out the window. 46.1. And Joe pits. Graham improves 46.50. But starting a lap, Steve, oh dear. That's not where you wanna be going. Oh, it's spun too. Oh, that's very dangerous. I think everyone's on their last runs now. Jeez, the stream quality's terrible. Sorry. Refresh on a lap. I'm a fish. Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Who was that just popped up? It was... I think it might have been It's Wreck. But athlete fresh coming towards the final chicane. His fuel lights on, so hopefully he doesn't pit the keeper. First man into 25s, 25.795. Gonna have refresh 5, no, 46.7. Will Wesker improve? I mean, I think Wesker's problem with this car is auto gears and a non-sequential gearbox as he comes across 47.1. Jetty into the pits. Extreme's having another bite of the cherry. Synchronize off. Scuba outlap. Sway outlap. Graham into the pits. Joe on an outlap. Afri on an inlap. And oh, Dan Morris getting the Dunlop curb, I think it is. All wrong. Into the gravel he goes. That was an outlap as well. Not what Dan needs. And I think Graham is finished. Yeah, Graham's finished. But coming towards Spoon. Nah, someone else just popped up. Extremer, sorry. Popped up 46.3. But Bert is 2/10 up on his time. He'll be set for a 46.8. It's looking like a good lap from what we've seen. And a very clean final chicane. Bert is going to set a 46.9, so we actually lost time. Joe Corboy into Degner's 1 and 2, Sergeant Sway at the hairpin. Synchronizer's pitting, so he's done. Tom Chad, what can Tom Chad do? He's starting a lap. So, Sergeant Sway coming to 130R as Merck pops himself up. 46.7. Into the final chicane. Good run. poor exit as he got onto the grass. And it's not an improvement. Where's Joe? Joe coming around the last corner. Alex are much tidier than Sways. It is an improvement, but it's invalid. Oh dear. Was it? No, it wasn't invalid, sorry. Well, was Scuba MUFC? Well, he get put up into. It's not an improvement from Scuba either. Where's Dan Morris? Come around the last corner too. Is he gonna get an improvement? He is. P2. 46.2. Oh my god. We're gonna see some close racing. So Tom Chad's coming into the chicane. It's not an improvement. He actually lost 8 tenths. Race driver coming across the line. It's an improvement. Where did he went to P12? Focky into P16 for 47.7. So obviously there is default setups, so it's just skill and pace, and that is shown with the keeper showing that he's the GOAT, getting pole by some margin if I remember. Let's find out. But yet the keeper gets pole position with Dan Morris in second, Tom Chad P3, Synchronizer P4, Scuba P5, Sergeant Sway P6, Extremer P7, Merc P8, Graham P9, Joe Cowboy in 10th, Afri Frisch P11, Race Driver P12, 14th, Wesker typical 15th and 18th, and we've got a nice battle in the midfield from, I think it was P2 to P6, less than the 10th, which is mad. Hello to keeper, get on with your race, lad. Oh crap, I can't get my YouTube video back up now. Cheers, mate. As we load into the race, which should consist of about 14 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 14 laps? I think it is. Okay, what's happened? Please, no. I think there is a glitch with the lobby. Yeah, lobby is glitched. Which is a shame. We're just gonna have to look at these workers just not moving really, doing the same action. Yeah. Right, hang on, lads. Oh, lobbies. The new lobby? No. So there's a 13 one. That is kind of annoying. Seems as racing here. Rejoin the lobby. No. Lovely, haven't apparently got sufficient connection. What a lovely sight. Right, so lads, can you pick your car? Oh, I'm gonna get in this. My new whip. Sorry if I'm not talking at all. Obviously there's not much to talk about. With nothing happening. So I'll unmute my mic once everything is sorted. Right, I am back. I think everything is sorted. Hello, Jetty. No, it's Rex still has not joined, so I think we'll be starting without him. Which is his fault. He's still not joined, what a joke. What a joke of a guy. Oh my god, comments exploding. Oh, keep it going. Gotta find it. I actually have the full song on my computer. Wait. Has everyone joined? No. Where the hell is this? Aha. I just want to open it. Oh no, I'm gonna lose. Darkfall has been sacked from commentary. I hope to see a big crash. No, dear God. So, I think there's some weather that's just gone wrong. What a joke! A joke! The 5 seconds, what a joke! Are we loading in this time? Here we go. There is a formation lap. So as if it weren't bad enough, but these cars drive like complete and utter shite. We've got the keeper and pole. Tom Chad already. Oh wait, no, that's Tom Chad getting out of the way of Dan Morris. Synchronizer 4, Scuba 5th, Sergeant Sweet 6, Extremist 7, Mark 8th, Graham 9th, Joe 10th, Afri 11th, Race Driver 12th, Bert 13th, Steve 14th, Wesker in Wesker's favourite position, Forky 16th, Jetty 17th, as the keeper was disqualified for, I don't even know what. Oh, he must have crashed with Dan. Man, that light is terrible, you can't see. Dan already overtaking people on a formation lap. What do you love to see and how to get all that stuff back up? Oh, crap. No. This thing. Right, that should be fixed. Look at that. Good old PSC Steve 5 seconds up the road from Westcott. Oh dear. Having an adventure, are we? I mean, Jetty, come on, just overtake him. He's slow. Look at him. Es muy stupido. Lovely. Here we go then. As Dan Morris takes his spot on the grid. I could have sworn Tom Chad was second. Oh dear. Oh no. I think the stream crashed. No, the stream's still on. There we go. 5 red lights here at Suzuka. And Dan gets an absolutely shocking getaway. And there's 2 cars off in the background. Every Fresh and Bert coming together already before the race has even started. But Dan managed to hold back people as Merck gets by Scuba. Scuba's had a shocking start too. Where's Graham? Oh, Graham got caught up in the war zone too. Wesker up into 12th as the keeper's now off. Oh my god. Everything's happening tonight. The first Degner. Sorry. And Tom Chad now falling susceptible to synchronizer. And almost Sergeant Sway there. Actually, it is Sergeant Sway because he's just gone off the road. He's all over the place, it's Tom Chad. The keeper gets back through. So does Scuba. Let's see how Dan takes 130R for the first time in the wet. And Extrema up the inside of the keeper who's off in the background again. I don't know if that was contact, it seemed like a lunge from Extrema, it must be said. A synchronizer goes for the move on Dan around the outside of turn 1, it's dangerous. Foggy just crashed again. Oh god. Tom Chad started on I think P3. It's now in P6. So after what seemed like a great qualifying, has now turned into a terrible start. It's Graham Pitts. So I think, because there is a rule that down in place that said you must stop in the dry, Merck is off. You must stop in the dry. In the wet you never have to stop anyway. So I think people will get away with that one. As Jetty and Race Driver side by side into the hairpin. Very close between the two Germans. Is Jetty gonna do a Sebastian Vettel and Verstappen? No. But Timo goes deep. Jetty runs wide. But Jetty looks to be more confident out of the two. In saying that. Meanwhile, back at the front, Dan pulling away slightly on synchronizer. Although Synchronizer's got an amazing run on Dan. Some questionable moving from Dan, I don't know what was going on there, as PSC Steve pits to fix a broken front wing. So it seems to be Scooper's not liking no ABS if he's still on it, I don't know. I think he is. Saying that, he's found 6 attempts on his best lap, and I think he has turned it back on. Merck and Burt. Oh, Burt's keeping his nose in there. It's 3 wide into the hairpin, oh my god. The keeper has just mugged them all off. Great move there. As Graham gets past PSC Steve, who is struggling to keep his car in a straight line. Up at the front, Dan 1 second to synchronizer 1 second to sway. And I think Dan has found his feet now with these conditions. The keeper catch up to Wesker. Do it, to keeper. Don't let him get a point. Oh, he won't get a point anyway because he binned it as per normal. Merck on the side of the keeper on turn 1. The keeper goes wide off the track. Rip out there, mate. And that leaves him vulnerable to Burt, who also slips through. So, scruffy turn 1 there, falling under the pressure of Merck. The keeper drop out of the points. I bet Wesker's gonna be absolutely livid, and actually Timo is struggling now too. So the race driver's been dropped by Jetty. And Synchronizer all over the back of Dan now. Who's gonna win this? We shall see. Beautiful camera shot there. That is surely a cut by Synchronizer. Oh, and lost the Synchronizer absolutely. It's the fastest lap. As the keeper gets back past Bert. Well, the corner, so I'm not surprised. Yellow flag, oh, race driver into the wall. Gets worse and worse. Oh, there. Joe all over Tom Chad. And PSC Steve has lost it in 130R. That is gonna be, I think, game over. Back to Joe. No, is that Foggy or is that... Oh, Merc is in the wall. But the keeper still going at it. Sergeant Sway closing in on Synchronizer and... oh dear, Jetty has lost the car too. Yeah, so Sway catching Synchronizer. Sway? No! Sway catching Synchronizer. Dan! Oh my god. Sorry. And who was that? Is that Jetty on the back of Bert? It is. Good exit out of Spoon. But Bert gets better traction. More yellow flag. Who's that? No. It's race driver. Into the wall. Foggy and ooh. But Sway looks like he's the quickest man, or the most consistent man in a top 3. Not really much happening, and we just saw Merc got a penalty, so it won't really affect him because he's in P11 at the minute. Sway's back end kicks out. God, Joe's still on the back of Tom Chad. Nothing happened, and Joe's running no ABS too. Much better traction. Tom Chad messes up again at the Dunlop curve. That was... I don't even know what the Dunlop curve is. I don't know where it's at. Tom Chad is seriously trying. Bert and Jetty come to blows at the hairpin. That's front wing damage by the looks of it for Jetty. Not sure though. A lovely camera shot there. of Dan his McLaren MP4-1B or whatever that thing's called. Interesting. Got 5 laps remaining. I still cannot tell you who's going to win this race. Jetty picks up a penalty and Synchronizer dropping off the back of Dan. That's the closest battle on track now because everyone thinks it's alright to crash into each other and yeah, forget how to brake, as Scoob was saying earlier actually, that people are going to forget that brake pressure isn't on 100% and just go for silly moves and then go straight on and basically take someone out. All terrible exit for Dan. His Ren was everywhere but where he wanted it. And that just allows him to close back up onto the rear of Dan. Yeah, sector. It is. The keeper has binned it. Everything's going strangely this race. But he's back up, he ain't got any wing damage, so can still get a point. Much quicker than Dan in this sector. As Graham gets past, I believe that's race driver, and race driver's had enough too. Wow. Back up at front. It's Jetty, isn't it? Yeah. Jetty falling victim to the hairpin that throws his point away. Let's see how Dan fares this time. Synchronize. Good run. But nothing really coming from it. It must be said. Oh my god. Literally everything. The Synchronizer struggling a bit now. Just allowing to reel them both in. Then through the... His Jetty has broken his wing. And now Synchronizer closing Dan back up. Suedo. Does not get a good run actually. If it wasn't wet, he would have probably gone for that. This is just helping Dan. What the hell? I've just found that's a weird camera angle. What are you meant to see from that? But closing in on Afri-Frisch. Nothing happening. And now there's a 1 second gap between Sway Synchronizer and Synchronizer to Dan. Yellow flag. Is that yeah? No, the keeper. Again. Luckily, he had a large gap to race driver. Big crash for the German. Don't know what happened there. We'll just see what Wesker and race drivers say about their crash. A scuba now. It's up the pace. And Wesker just said it's horrible to drive in the wet. Yeah, right. Okay, mate. Okay, buddy. Is that extreme again past Tom Chad? Yes, it is. Tom Chad fights it back though, up the inside. Side by side through turn 1, 2. Heading towards turn 3. An extreme with a brilliant exit. Keeps the place. And actually, I think Scuba has just decided to slap a pace up because he's now got no fuel light and is reeling in this group, so maybe it was just, yeah, go have a bit of fun. I'll catch you all in a bit. As Dan is now struggling to get grip. We'll see how much time Scoot gets through Spoon. I'd assume it'd be about 2 temps. And it is about 2 temps. Now Synchronizer getting the run. The keeper's off again, oh yeah. Very deep into the chicane. Scuba pumps in, another fastest lap. minute 1. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Ooh. Oh, that could have been Synchronizer's opportunity. Dan getting on the gravel. And well, look who has joined the party. Who'll win this race? Still to be decided, but this time Synchronizer getting another good run. Think so. Nothing doing as Scuba loses a good 7/10, I don't know, or a second, sorry. So I think he's out of this. Oh my god, that was close. Well, this time still not close enough, and we're in the last lap. Scuba caught back the 8/10 he lost in half a lap. This game is actually diabolical. But anyway, the only battle on track, the freeway fight. As Bert now punching a quicker lap. I don't think Synchronizer's gonna do it. Unless Dan gets a penalty, I think this is how it'll end. Through 130 I will Synchronizer have one last little lunge. No, he will not. So Dan Morris is going to win round number 1 of the Classic Car Mini Championship, followed by Synchronizer, Sway, Scuba. Joseph Cowboy had a very lonely race, but he'll come home P5. Puma finishes, very rare sight, in P6. Chad showing his worth with a P7, but he has penalties, so I think Merc had penalties too. Oh, hello. What's going on here then? I've got Focky, who must have broke his wing. Bert trying around the outside. Focky goes deep into the chicane. Oh, what a move if this is stuck by Graham. Fantastic stuff. 3 wide. Good racing by the boys. Focky Graham comes 9th, but 10th, Foggy 11th. The keeper, I don't even know what's happened to the keeper. He's gone off yet again. So is Fresh. Jetty's gone off too. Oh my god, disaster class. What? What on earth? Are you trying to make it a draw? So Afri got a shit ton of penalties. Oh god, whoops, accidental, bad habit. So here we go then, very clean, Afri, just, ignore this guy, he's irrelevant, trash. But you've got Dan in first, Synchronizer second, Sway third, Scuba fourth, 5th is Joe, 6th is Extrema, 7th is Tom, Chad, 8th is Merc, 9th is Graham, 10th is Bert, and rounding out the outside top 10 is Foggy 11th, the keeper 12th, Jetty 13th, Afri 14th, and those that didn't finish race drivers, PFC Steve and TMC Wesker. So some good racing, some questionable racing, but that is it then for tonight. I don't know who's doing it next week, but yeah, tomorrow I believe it is Division 4 with, I don't know who's on commentary, because there is a tournament we are in as well at the same time. So yeah, if there is a stream, join us tomorrow for Division 4 around Japan, and if not, come cheer us on at the event. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Peace out.